In this chapter, we're going to start by looking at solving systems by graphing. A system of linear equations is a set of two or more linear equations containing two or more variables. A solution of a system of linear equations with two variables is an ordered pair that satisfies each equation in the system. So we're going to start with the example, identifying solutions of a system. Here we have two equations, x plus 2y equals 6 and x minus y equals 3. We want to see if the ordered pair 4, 1 is a solution of the given system, which means if I plug in 4 and 1 for x and y in both the equations, it should come out to equal the answers of each equation. So let's start with the first equation. We have x plus 2y equals 6. I want to plug in my x value, so 4 plus 2 times y is going to be 1 in this case, equals 6. So let's see if that works. 4 plus 2 does indeed equal 6, so it is a solution of the first equation. Now we have to see if it's a solution of the second equation. So we got x minus y equals 3. We're going to plug in our x and y's again. So x is 4 minus y, which is 1, equals 3. So 4 minus 1 does indeed equal 3. So it also is a solution there. The ordered pair 4, 1 makes both equations true. So 4, 1 is a solution of the system. If 4, 1 did not work for one of the systems, then it would not be a solution of the system. Now we're going to look at an example of solving a system of linear equations by graphing. So here we have two equations, y equals x minus 3, y equals negative x minus 1. In order to find the solution, we want to graph both the equations and find out where they intersect. So let's start by graphing x minus 3. We can go to negative 3 on the vertical axis. And now we're going to use the slope, which is 1 over 1. So 1 up, 1 to the right, 1 up, 1 to the right. We're going to keep doing that, create a couple points. Draw the line of the graph. Now we're going to graph the second equation. We have negative x minus 1. So we can start at the origin and go down 1 to negative 1. That's going to be our first point. Then we're going to use the slope of the line, which is negative 1 over 1. So we're going to go down 1 to the right 1. Then we can go up 1 to the left from the point negative 1. Now we're going to connect the dots in order to create the graph. We can see that the two graphs intersect at one point. We have to figure out the coordinates at this point so we can look at the graph. We go 1 unit to the right and then 2 units down. So the solution of this set is 1, negative 2. In order to check this, we can plug in 1, negative 2 into each equation and see if it works out. So y, which would be negative 2, so negative 2 equals x, which is 1, minus 3. So 1 minus 3. And when we actually solve 1 minus 3, we see that it equals negative 2, so the first equation works. Now we're going to test the second equation, plugging in the same x and y values. So y, which is negative 2, equals negative x, so that would be negative 1 minus 1. And when we solve negative 1 minus 1, we get negative 2, so it works there, and that is the solution.